Hello,
Hey,
welcome
hey.
to the weekly edition of the Male Plastic Surgery live stream with Dr. Douglas Steinbrech. I'm your co-host Tom Levecchia, along with Dr. Douglas Steinbrech. Dr. Steinbrech, how are you doing today?
I am blessed. Three, um, three big daddy do-overs today. All
Ah,
body banking, all sucking it out of the belly, and and out of the side of the chest, lower chest, and putting it all up in the upper chest, shoulders, traps. All three guys. Good day, really good day. One was a redo from another surgeon, and they just weren't happy with it, which I sort of feel bad about because they invest all this time and then money, and they have to get it done again. But it's got to be done right.
now, do redos sometimes take longer than the initial surgery?
They absolutely do, and they're a little bit more challenging because they're scar tissue, and sometimes people do use like a lot of high energy, um, uh, uh, instruments, and they really can, scar up a lot of the fat and make it more challenging to get out.
Yeah.
So I think it's just better to do your research and just have it done once.
Just go down below, maleplasticsurgery.com, submit an inquiry. You can schedule online, three offices. If you're out of pocket, you can do a virtual consult if needed. And he has a great
Sure.
flying program, actually, which has been hot lately because it's kind of the end of the year and people are booking for next year. I know you're booked out this year in terms of surgeries. And then you have some consults open. So if you're looking to get surgery done in the first quarter of this year, try to get in at one of the offices before the end of the year. You want to plan that out because you never know what the console will be in terms of plan. And like I said, go to maleplasticsurgery.com below. So, Doc, we're going to look at three cases today, talk a little bit about what kind of guys we're getting, and we're going to talk about three particular cases. I wanted to start off with something similar to what you did today, which is liposuction with body banking. And in this
Yeah.
particular case, to the pecs and shoulders, and looks like you got little abs going on. So is that all fat? Are there implants? Kind of walk us through that.
Yeah, this is all selective reduction of his belly. Then I did of his abdomen. Then I really highlighted his abdomen, was just a thread to create more projection and and really highlight his abdomen. Now, his abdominal muscle. Now, it's really important. It's got to be natural. So I have to, in fact, today I had one guy and his abs didn't line up. I have to put him where Mother Nature put him because number one, it looks more natural when you get back to the gym, diet and exercise, that your own normal, we say endogenous, your normal inside abs shine through the skin. And they have to make sense with what we do with the surgery. It all has to line up to be perfectly natural, to be transparent. So this guy he's actually a great guy, Zach. He's the one, great model that did. If you see one of our shower scenes, Zach, he looks just fantastic in one of the shower scenes, and he was starting to get a little bit of a dad bod. Wasn't happy with it because he does a lot of modeling and he wanted to get back in shape. So so we took it all out from his abs, and we took it all out from his flanks so he wasn't getting too thick. He was starting to look a little SpongeBob SquarePants. So we wanted to bring that back in. So he had a nice sharp torso, and then put it all in his chest, shoulders, and did abdominal highlights.
Beautiful.
And it
So,
looks great in the shower.
what I love about our live weekly streams, nothing's off limits. We try to highlight stuff in real time, and this is
There he is. So I'm usually freaking out, and these are exact pictures that you see there. That's his before, and there's where we're lining him up for surgery. And then there's his post-operative result. You can see it lines up with his own natural abs, a little bit more projection there. He just cannot stop taking showers. I think he's up to like 3 or 4 a day. In fact, he he can only shower with camera crews inside his bathroom. It's a funny kind of thing.
yeah. But what's interesting is, and he's obviously a handsome guy as a model. To the left is actually like I'd pay money to get that to be the result. So the fact that you found ways to improve upon
Oh
that,
yeah.
kind of customize it to the patient's wants and needs. That's that's pretty cool.
Well,
All
that's
right,
what I mean. We do anything from tweaking models, and we in between New York and LA, we do see a lot of models and movie
yeah,
stars. So they have to look good for these
approval.
movies, the superhero movies, all these movies. So and for photo shoots, and these we always say like these are the details that are gonna move you from being a side part to being the lead or being the cover of the magazine versus being just inside the magazine.
Love it. All right. So
Speaking of superheroes,
men get implants too. So let's talk about this case 455972.
yeah, this is we get a lot of doctors. I mean, for whatever reason, I'm always proud of it because it if doctors are going to come to us, that's usually a pretty good sign. So this is a physician from down NYU, and he just wanted more projection. He had really nice shoulders, nice traps, and a nice butt. But people would think with all of that going on that he'd have a really nice chest. And what he was looking for was good cleavage. Now, a lot of times just with the implants, you don't get as good of that medial cleavage, but I do a special thing. What I do that separates us from results that you may see with another website is instead of just putting in the implant and then you can sort of see the ring of the implant, especially if you take a bright picture. I don't know how many times I've seen, Instagram pictures from a cruise or something where someone took a bright picture and you can just clearly kind of see the implant underneath the skin. These are underneath the pec muscle, but beside that, I use body banking. So that is the icing on top of the cake. So if you just put in an implant, it's not going to blend in completely with the clavicle, and it's not going to go as medially and have that sharp. When you look at that last guy, I mean, just Google pec implant before and after results, and you're not on a lot of times. Number one, you're not going to find things that look natural, but another thing, you're not going to find patients that have that beautiful sharp cleavage that you see in this particular patient, and that's not just from the surgery, that's from the body banking, and which is the lipocell transfer, the extra fat cells that we get from his flanks, and that allows us to give that good sharp cleavage. And see how it goes all the way up to the clavicle. When you'll see a lot of results where the implant just like stops short, and then you have what we call a subclavicular hollow. There's a hollow underneath the clavicle. That's a sign of a fake looking pec implant. I always
So
fill
you
that
almost
in.
like cover the valley because by pushing it up, you cover the valley with body banking with
Yeah, if
that.
you look at bodybuilders, the muscle goes all the way up to the clavicle.
Yeah.
But if you see somebody that has really bad pec implant job, you see the implant, then you see like the edge of the implant,
Oh,
subclavicular
too
hollow,
close.
and then the clavicle sticks out. That's not the way bodybuilders look, and that's not the way our results look. So the
Interesting.
body banking gives us more central.
Oh, we lost you on audio, Doc. If you could hit the button, can you hear us? Hold on. Can you hear us okay, Doc? We lost sound. Hold on. Still lost sound. Hold on. I'm going to kick you out, come back in. That's the best way to do it. Okay. Come back in, Doc. So the next case we're going to look at when Doc comes back on again. When you do lives, there's always some nuances you always have to kind of deal with. For some reason, when he was standing up, it kind of went off. So just a quick review. Like I said, the first is the body banking case with pecs and shoulders. The second one we discussed pec implants, which again he uses body banking along with that. And then the third, we're actually going to look at pec implants. Hopefully he's able to get on okay. Here he is.
What the heck?
There we go.
Technology.
For some reason, when you were standing, it would go out and go off. But no worries, we're good to go. I was just kind of filling in the gap. So now we're going to talk about wrap up with gluteal implant. Here's a nice, robust case of a
Yeah.
gluteal augmentation with silicone implants. And is it fair to say, you have kind of a cadre of products. You have implants, you got fat. So walk us through kind of this particular case with an implant, and then maybe touch on when you would use fat.
Yeah, we use fat when we have it. The advantage of the fat is you have it. It's part of your own body. You can have a little bit more wear and tear with your with the fat from your body. So that is a Brady butt, what we call a body banking butt lift. Now, there are a lot of guys like this guy that didn't have a lot of fat. So for him, and I have these guys, they're coming from Chelsea in New York. They're coming from WeHo in LA. These guys are ripped, and they have absolutely no body fat. For them, they're going to need an implant, or they'll fly in from Singapore. They have no fat, just completely ripped. For them, we're going to put in an implant. It goes underneath the muscle, actually within the muscle. It's called intramuscular. 2 incisions, and then they get this beautiful contour. So there are two ways to go about it, two main ways. We have we have basically a menu where you can just pick the guy's butt that you like,
I saw
and
that.
we'll see some version of that.
Yeah,
That even made it onto Netflix.
yeah.
Our butt chart, we always say you can pick your butt. Our bottom chart made it onto Netflix in my unorthodox life, where we were featured there. But there are two main things. The one is the more of a bodybuilder wants to have that athletic concavity, that hip dip with greater projection. They want to be lean on the side. The other guys are what I call the speedo bubble butt, right? So that's more of that last patient where they want to be kind of rounded off on the side, really round off a nice speedo, and just be like so grabby that you just can't help yourself and run up and kind of squeeze it. I don't squeeze any of them, but I'm just saying what they may want to do for their own friends to be able to squeeze. So it's either a more rounded Speedo bubble butt, like the one you see back there, or more athletic, or somewhere in between. Some people would sort of want a little bit of both.
All right. So people tend to, kind of think, hey, I'm not sure what I want, or hear something bad about one thing or good about another. The cool thing is, if you do come for gluteal implant, there are different options again, whether it be fat, whether it be implant. And also, I'm guessing there's different sizes of implants you can get as well, correct?
Absolutely, and we use Alpha Aesthetic implants, which I'm a big fan of. I've always loved these implants so much that we acquired the company. And the reason why I love them is because of the consistency. And
Yeah.
it's the only company in the United States that makes different implants for men, gender specific. So if you identify as a male or identify as a female, you can get an implant that's slightly softer for a woman, or slightly firmer, more muscular, firmer tone for a dude.
Love
If
it.
you feel like, Tom, you feel like you're a dude tonight?
A little bit more than usual.
I'm identifying as a man tonight.
So, with that being said, get a long day. So we're going to wrap this one up. On those in the replay crew, drop comments onto what procedures you want us to cover every week. Dr. Steinbrech, I'm shocked. He says I will do a live with you every week, and we're probably about 8 or 9 weeks strong. Just a little known fact: we did the skin deep one of the skin deep ones, just us talking about it, and we had a little bit of a technical difficulty. I got it edited and actually got put up today. So we salvaged 17 minutes of it. Remember that one week, Doc?
Yeah,
It was a
a
little rough.
little bit.
We not only salvaged it, but we have 17 minutes up, and we got 4 shorts out of it, which are the teasers to draw people in. So, Dr. Steinberg, I'll leave you with the closing words before we wrap up.
No, it's super excited about today. I mean, just some really fantastic results. Two virgins, and one that came from another surgeon. So we were able to help all of them, and also different body types. One was bodybuilder, wrestler, and then the other one was tall, and then tall and stocky, and then the third one was shorter and leaner, more like a swimmer's body. So all different shapes and sizes, and really we're able to help them all. So we can help anybody.
Beautiful. Have a good week, everybody, and happy holidays to those who are about to celebrate. And we'll catch you next week. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Tommy.